Tricks Talk on this September the 8th, 2023. I'm Kevin, that's Phil, and you're seeing the page that has the certified matrix facilitators and coaches on it. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Let's talk about ACT Matrix certification. And we'll do that. We'll say one person online. We'll see if anybody else shows up in the next minute or so. But regardless, we will talk about it.
And housekeeping. So first thing is, if you look in the lower right, you will see that Kevin and I have chatted in. There's a little chat function there off to the side, and you can chat in. We actually encourage you to do that. Just chat in and say hi. Let us know where you're from.
Yes.
And then there's Jasmine. Hi, Jasmine. Welcome. And then up to the upper right somewhere, you can click the follow button and follow us, which we do appreciate. And then you'll get notifications whenever we come on and do a crowdcast.
Yes.
Then the other thing that you'll want to do, because we're going to be having a Let's Talk today about ACT Matrix certification, if you look down below at that big green button down below, please click on it and check out our ACT training courses and materials, including now APA, American Psychological Association, CEs, and also the Certified ACT Matrix Facilitator course, leading to ACT Matrix certification. And there's Christopher. Hi, Christopher.
Hello, Christopher. Oh, so we got a couple.
Yeah.
All right. Plus others who, they'll delay it and watch it later.
They probably will.
That's the way
we assume that.
That's the way our courses are set up.
Sign up now, watch later.
Yes. So first of all, and this is to take care of any people showing up and saying, there isn't any certification in ACT, and that is true.
Yep.
There is not, and you do not need certification to use the ACT Matrix. That is not the point of this. I gave it away freely to the world. I gave the Pro-Social Matrix away freely to the world. You can use it. However, in our many years of doing this with folks, it came to our attention that some people needed they needed certification, something like that, for business purposes, agency purposes, quite a few different purposes came through. And so we developed it and we do it. So you don't need certification to use the ACT Matrix and Pro-Social Matrix. No. This is something that you can do to join a community of people who, now we just don't certify anybody. It's not that.
Yeah, this is not, sign up and you get it kind of thing.
And you just get it. And as a matter of fact, there's no paper and pencil test or anything like that.
Nope.
We didn't do it that way. We don't like things done that way. We just don't. We wanted it to be performance-based. And what does that mean? That means that you learn the two loops of the ACT Matrix. The first loop starts with who's important to you. Or I guess we switched it. So whichever way, one loop, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
One loop starts with who's important to you. The other loop starts with what's our shared purpose. That's the Pro-Social and ACT Matrix. And you do two loops. So you get together with Phil and I, and after you practice those two loops with lots of people, you don't have to get together with us right away. You want to practice it 30 or 40 or 50 times. You want to practice it a lot.
Yes.
And so that it just rolls off your tongue. Da, 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 sort of a I call it a sing-song kind of nature to it. You're just very facile with it, and you know it. I mean, you know you are. Well, then you meet with Bill and I, and you show us how facile you are. And if you are, then we certify you. We say yes. And if you're not, we say go back and practice some more.
Yeah.
It's only practice.
Oh, it's just a matter of putting in the time.
It's putting in time. However, with that said, and if some of you are not familiar with doing the matrix, there's, I don't know, a magic of what there's something
Things happen along the way.
right. There's something that happens.
Yes.
You'll do it 9 or 10 times, and you'll think, "Wow, that's way cool."
Yeah.
And then you get up to 20 times, you're going, "Wow, that is really interesting."
Yeah.
And then you hit 30 and beyond,
and you just got to keep going.
Yeah, and this stuff, it's just cool on what shows up within the process. And obviously, once you get up to hundreds and even thousands of times of doing it with others, and by the way, you don't have to do it with others to practice. You can practice
Yeah, that's the beauty of it.
in the mirror. But obviously, at some point or another, you want to go practice it with others, which includes spouses and other significant others.
Mhm.
Anybody that you can get a hold of, and you say, can I practice showing this to you? And that's all. You're not trying to do anything clinical with them. You're just showing them a point of view, a way of looking at things. And that's why we remove the ACT matrix and prosocial matrix writ large out of the clinical realm. It's for everybody. With that said, there's lots of clinicians that use it. You can certainly, like a pencil, you can use a pencil anywhere, and you can use a pencil in therapy. So use it anywhere else, right? So
it's portable.
It's very portable. So what do you mean by that? Well, we've done it. We've been in many classrooms. Community organizations.
Business meetings.
Sports teams. And such. And that were very non-clinical. Absolutely. They wanted nothing to do with any clinical realm. And we can use this stuff because it's a point of view. It's a way of looking at things. So the point of this is to explain to you, what the process is. Well, the process is you sign up and start practicing.
Yes.
And you watch videos.
Yeah. Well, you're going to be enrolled immediately. You're going to be enrolled in our online course, so you'll have access to that. And there's videos to watch there, and videos to watch here. We have hundreds of Crowdcast videos that you can watch.
Now, I forgot to say at the end of it, part of it, and I didn't scroll up.
No,
you'll see these very fine-looking people.
Yeah.
Daniel and Ahmad.
Sue.
She's a PhD dog trainer.
Right.
Catherine. Mary. Mary.
Yeah.
Helene. Oh, way from where are they at? In
Denmark.
Denmark. Anders. Also Denmark. There's Monica Peters. There's many people you will see through here. Psychologists.
All different walks of life.
Kevin Walsh, MD, retired physician. George Mason University. Wow. Yeah. Oh yeah, remember Lily? She's lives in New York now, but she was from Brazil, or is from Brazil. Kate. I think Kate is deceased now.
Yeah, Kate is, yeah.
But we'll keep her up there.
Yeah, she's there.
And Sergio, this is great looking through all these people.
Yeah.
All these
Go
people.
down memory lane.
Oh, he's a personal trainer.
Yeah.
Physio
Sports trainer. Yep.
Guy. Mandalee Bagley, we heard her name.
Going up there in Nova Scotia.
Oh, good old Paul Rock. Yay, Paul. Patrick.
He works at school, right?
See, yeah. We have a number of people here.
Yeah. and
school karate expert.
Yeah.
This guy
runs on the Matrix.
That guy runs his dojo using the Matrix.
Yeah.
Literally. I remember Rachel. Yeah. Oh yeah. Christina. Oh man, Sharon's pretty cool. Interesting. She moved. She was in California, but she's not. She moved on us. We need to.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
And Linda, she was with us quite a bit.
Good old Gail. Oh, yeah. Julie. We know Julie. Very active. Elena, yay. Oh yeah.
Over
and finally he's number one.
Right there.
Ron Pizzo is a
you want to blame somebody, blame this guy, Ron.
Blame this guy. He's the guy who showed up and said, I need certification. So we created it for him. So Ron Pizzo is literally our number one. We have Craig. All right. Hey, Phil. And me. I'm on up the last of the thing there. So you get the idea that there's many people, and there's actually more people than that. They have yet to send us their information on the website.
Yes, many people have become certified, but they just kept going.
Oh yeah, and they use it. We hear from folks every once in a while. They still use it. It's like knives and forks and spoons. You just can't. Once you start using it, you can't not use it.
Well, it's often referred to as a Swiss Army knife.
Swiss Army knife, right? It is referred to as a Swiss Army knife. Because you'll be doing something and you might not even have brought it up, and you'll go, oh, I have this really interesting point of view. We could use that in this situation, and take it from there. So that's what ACT Matrix certification is. It literally is 2 loops. Now, we decided that the world has plenty of me going on and that it needs more we, so we switched it to starting with the we matrix.
Right there.
You say something like, hey, there's senses at the top, mind at the bottom, contentment over to the right, the feeling of contentment to the right, feeling of relief to the left. And we start with, what's our shared purpose? So, that includes today, or are you with a team? Are you with a couple? What's your shared purpose? Why don't you let's take a moment and say, what's our shared purpose? What are we trying to accomplish together? Right. And it's a really interesting conversation for folks to have. And I would dare say it's an absolute game changer when you work with any group, any couple, any group, anywhere. When you have everybody hit pause, and say, let's just take a few minutes to talk about our shared purpose. And everybody is welcome to lob in what your opinion of a shared purpose for this group is. Let's get them all out on the table. That right there, what I just said, will absolutely blow away almost any couple, team, anything. You'll have the darndest conversation. Really cool.
Yes, you will.
Conversation that's generated from that versus not doing that. And the problem with not doing that is usually people just dive into the conflict.
Yeah.
I disagree,
Right. Yeah.
And that's so much about the question of what's our shared purpose. Notice it's not about who wins and loses. Not at all. It's not about that, where so much more of life gets into that, gets into I win, you lose stuff. Shared purpose is, by definition, we're all supposed to win.
Right.
Everybody's supposed to win. So you say, well, what do you mean by that? Well, let's say that we're going to play the Lions and the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh yeah, there you go.
There you go. Put two pro football teams. You go, well, they're out to, beat each other or whatever. Yeah, right. However, we could say let's everybody beat the middle of the field, both teams, all the coaches, and let's have a conversation about what our shared purpose is beyond just winning and losing. Is there a shared purpose? Well, guess what? There is.
There has to be.
They're out, and there is. And they will all have a really cool conversation about
Yep.
what it is. So that's what we mean. You can take even adversaries and bring them together and say, well, what's the shared purpose? Because over and above your adversarial process, there's stuff bigger than that going on. There's purposes going on that are bigger than that. So that's what you're getting at, okay? Then you just do, the lower left is, well, what kind of yucky stuff shows up inside of folks and gets in the way? Well, anger, jealousy, hatred, ego,
competitiveness,
all kinds of stuff gets in the way, What do we do to get relief from the yucky stuff? That's the upper left. And people will say, oh, well, we yell, we scream, we don't show up, we get on our phones and scroll on our phones.
Choose people.
We drink, we drug, we do all kinds of stuff that we do to get relief from the yucky stuff. And then finally, then the question for this one is, well, what can we do to achieve the shared purposes? What can we do? Because now, and as far as now, I'll go back to the Lions and the Chiefs. Number one, well, we're all going to show up to play.
Yep.
There you go.
At 8:10 on a Thursday night.
Right, exactly. If we don't all show up to play, well, we're certainly not doing our shared purpose, right? The shared purpose is literally begun to be fulfilled by the act of just showing up and getting that. But before then, they're actually practicing to put on a good show for everybody. Okay? So there's all kinds of stuff. So you get into those things, right? And then you can talk about, well, all the individuals on the field. We're all a we, yes. But then when we go to bed at night and wake up in the morning, it's just me.
Yeah.
There I am.
Yeah.
And then you say,
just me.
So to start that loop, we ask, well, who's important to you? Once again, folks, if you start that conversation with folks, like, this is a point of view, and to look at things from this point of view, you simply ask, who's important to you? And you can ask that of any human, who's important. They might say, me, I'm important. Cool, we'll write that down. You're important to yourself. Yeah. Anybody else? Well, I got, spouse, children, relatives, co-workers. They'll put down all kinds of stuff like that. Cool. Any kind of yucky stuff that will show up inside it. There we go to the lower left. Oh, yeah, I got my good share of anxiety and angst and
depression,
sadness. I mean, anybody here, you can chat in and say, hey, Jackie, hi, Jackie. If you ever have any of that kind of stuff show up. In the upper left, we put our favorite things we do to get relief. Me, I love to watch YouTube videos, have a cup of coffee. By the way, I'm a pure coffee addict, so I think coffee's a relief move for everything. I'm pretty well on the added thing of it's also a contentment move.
Oh yeah. drink coffee with my spouse.
I'm a true coffee head. Uh, but anywho's, all that stuff. And then finally, up in the upper right, what do you do for contentment? What leads to you feeling content? And it's a powerful question, the contentment question. Because it's not just, we used to say satisfaction, but that was sort of a momentary thing. Contentment, man, that's got some,
Yeah, it's got some staying power.
that's hanging around. What do you do for contentment? And maybe you don't even do it. It's something that you would like to do for contentment. Well, write that down. Discovering it or whatever. And you can say, well, what do you do to hang out with your spouse? Well, I call her up. We go out on a date. I bring her coffee. There we go. Notice how I slip coffee in there. By the way, folks, I bring my wife a cup of coffee every morning. So start with a contentment move. And over time, it's very contenting. It is. Just
Step back and what? Notice.
So that's another thing. Like you can have something that you do daily like that initially is sort of satisfying, but after months and years of doing it, it becomes part of your contentment. Part of that. So anyway, all of that together, both of those matrices rely on us noticing this whole process. So in the middle, you put notice, and you just say, well, every once in a while, when you get the opportunity, you notice shared purposes and you notice yucky stuff, when you're in a group situation. You notice your social relief moves, like not show up. By the way, that's the most popular social relief.
Oh, yeah. Don't go.
Don't go. Avoid. What are you doing with others for the shared purpose stuff? You notice all of that. And within yourself, you notice who's important to you. You notice your own yucky stuff. You notice doing your favorite relief moves, and you notice yourself doing stuff for satisfaction and contentment, and you notice all that. And by the way, what I just took you through is Kevin Pope, this blah, 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 having a good time talking about the 2 loops. That's what you do in certification.
Yep.
You get to where you can just, it's the same and it's not the same every time. The lines remain the same, the categories remain the same.
Process, the way we go through the loop.
But then again, me, Phil, everybody else, we like jazz. It is really like jazz. Yeah. You're playing, everybody recognizes the tune, but each time it gets played a little bit differently.
It's always like a little mini improv within the structure of what
there's we call riffs and this.
Yeah.
That you can do, and those are all fine. But obviously that comes with the proficiency of doing. So you start off and you just roll yourself through the loops a bunch of times with yourself and with other people, and you get to where you're facile with it. There's thousands, tens of thousands of people that proficient.
Oh my, yes.
Almost all of them not certified. And we know that. That's fine. That's great. But if you want to get certified, you can click and you want to email us or whatever and talk to us about it. That's fine. It's a fun group to be a part of, though. Sort of, in a way, you're becoming part of a dojo or something. Phil and I are both old martial arts folks. So
yeah,
we see it as you come together and you do your forms.
Yeah. Yep. And then you show us the form.
And you show us the form. That's it. And if you're not familiar, for a dojo, that's how it works. You practice your forms over and over and over again, and finally you're ready to show your sensei how you can do your form. And if you're doing it well, you move up. You get a, you
It
move
gives you the
and you got another belt. You know.
yep, and then you keep going.
So we don't have this elaborate system. It's sort of like
Belts.
once you can do it, boom, you're certified.
Got it.
But let me go back, folks, and tell you it is way, way cool to know how to do the two loops of the matrix that well. You develop a confidence to go in any situation,
Yes.
anytime, anywhere. Absolutely, because you just know that they're always there.
You know beforehand what you're going to be doing.
And even if you hadn't thought of using them, some situation will crop up and you can go, oh my goodness. Like, hey, what's our shared purpose? You just
Yeah.
go like that. Like, boom, you know.
Jack. Yeah, sitting down. Yeah. Well, we're not going to require you to sit in Seiza, though. That's kneeling for those of you. We don't. You don't
Man,
it's fine.
I couldn't stand that, Phil.
Oh, it's hard on the knees.
And you know why? No, I found out when I had knee surgery. I'm missing that pad on both knees. There's this hereditary condition where you're missing a pad.
Yeah.
And I always wondered as a kid, why I see these people on their knees. How do they do that? I mean, it's just like excruciating pain to do that. Yeah. Well, it turns out I was missing a part.
Yeah.
So I had a devil of a time in the dojo. They'd put, want me to go on my knees. I'm like, man, no, that really hurts. Like in laying carpet and stuff, forget about it. I was never going to.
Oh, man. Those folks, I did install carpet as a young person. Boy, the people that were doing that for years, their knees were destroyed.
Well, I never got the opportunity, but anyway, it just reminded me of all those years. I was wondering, how do people kneel on their knees like that? How do they do that? Turns out I was missing parts. So anyway, it is, if and sign up any way you can. We've brought people on payment plans and all at once, and this and that and the other. We've done that, but I'm just going to say it again: not necessary for using the matrix. No way, we would not do that. It's not our. We are just lousy capitalists that way.
Yeah, pretty much.
Not going to do that. It wouldn't be right. And so no, we don't. But if you want to be part of a cool club, help Phil and I out and become part of the web page and one of the facilitators and stuff. Get a hold of us, or just click on the button and sign up. It's easy to sign up. The price we put on there reflects a lot of work that we
a lot of work.
A lot of work that we did to get up to that. Plus, of course, obviously the price includes the web page and keeping it up and keeping it running.
And you can attend mastermind sessions with us as you go through.
Absolutely. Well, you're going to attend them forever, really.
Yeah. You have ongoing access to us. Let's put it.
No, you can always do that. And I didn't show in the links, but each of those pictures, I can reach.
Oh yeah.
Hear that, baby? If people can see it now.
There you go. Yes.
Okay. See, like Malika, it says visit her website here. So if we click there, we go to her website. If it's still active.
We'll see.
The Conscious Zone. There she is.
She is.
See? So you always get that. There's Elena has her website, Julie's web page, Gail's web page. Oh no, she just had her business. She didn't have so she had
if you don't have a website, then contact
me. Business card. Whatever you want to do. So your picture is there up in lights, a little bit about you, and of course a link to your page. So you get that as well. So, and that's just ongoing for forever. There we go. Stop sharing. Just wanted to show folks that that was part of the deal. So, let's see. Anything else, Phil? Phil knows everything. What else?
Well, no, I think we've covered it all. I mentioned at the top, there's also an online course that just kind of you go back and if you review it, walk through it. You have immediate and ongoing access. That's another thing that goes on, forever. And when you pass, then you also some people want an actual physical certificate. So we've made one. We got one, and we'll send it out to you.
And then you can take it to Staples or wherever, have them printed off and frame it.
All
We've had people do that.
yeah.
So yes, so that is, we send you a JPEG version, I guess, and all done, very efficiently done by Shannon, our behind the scenes person. So, we'll get her done. We hope you do. We really do. We hope you do. It is a whole lot of fun for us to hear people go through the 2 loops of the matrix.
Yeah.
It truly is. And if you're interested, if you want to, click on the thing and go for it. Anything else?
I think we've covered it.
We did it. So we did this. Why? It's because every once in a while people ask us about certification.
Yeah, and we've been getting emails about it as well. So we thought now is the time to.
Well, does anybody ask about it? Just direct them to the recording of this crowdcast, and they will know about it. So the number one question: do you have to be certified to use the matrix? No.
Nope.
Go right. Feel free. Use it. Give it to anybody you want.
Please.
I'm the guy who made it. I gave it away. You do it. I even said back when I gave it away, I give it away to the world. This was the right thing to do. Hopefully it helps. I hope it helps. I really do. By the way, in all these turbulent times that we're in, and you hear all, one side, remember, my side's going to win, my side's going to win. So what Phil and I would ask would be, well, what's the shared purpose here? Must be something, a shared purpose going on. Let's have a discussion about that. That's the game changer, folks. It's an absolute, and what it does, it changes the point of view.
Yeah.
It shifts you off of win-lose to we all win.
Yeah. How can we do this together?
Because when I say the Lions and the Chiefs,
yeah,
there was a winner and a loser, but they all won.
Yeah.
That's how you think about it. Even though there was a winner and a loser, yes, in the big picture, they all won. Everybody who liked football won.
Everybody benefits.
Right. So that's what this is and what you can do. So I do recommend that you practice it quite a bit before you pull that.
Yeah, there's no substitute for just really, like you go into the dojo. They don't just show you technique. You do it once and move on to the next technique.
I probably wouldn't start in the United Nations.
No.
Start on a little less contentious platform.
Yeah. Something more manageable, I think.
Right. Build yourself up.
Yeah.
To the more contentious ones. But once you got you're facile with it, you're ready.
Yep. And when you're ready, then you come and show us.
So you just show us on a Zoom call. Easy. We schedule a Zoom call. Show it to us. It's very low key like this.
Just like we've done it today.
Right.
Same thing.
We just want, well, we wanted it in performance based.
Right.
Yeah, I think some people might be thinking, well, I wonder how many people don't make it. Only one, and they went back and practiced more, and then they made it. They
Yes.
just had, it was probably the case of the person that had only done it 10, 15, 20
They
times.
needed more. They needed more time.
When they went to show it to us,
Yeah.
there was way too many hiccups. Literally, now all those people I just scrolled through, I'm like, yeah, other than just the one, no, everybody. Why? Because everybody knows you need to be facile before you come talk, show it to Phil and Kevin. They do. They are. They're facile. We've heard some really cool ways of doing it too.
Oh man.
They have. With that said, you're thinking, oh, they're expecting it to just be just like they do it. No. We've seen some people do some really creative twists with it. Really cool.
It's come almost out of the water a few times.
Yeah.
What they've been able to pull off.
And we hope you do. And we hope you have a great day and a great
Yeah.
weekend, great year and a great whatever, because people watch these things
Yeah.
forever.
They will be here.
I got another notice this the other day, Phil, somebody watching a freeconferencecall.com video.
Wow, that's a blast from the past.
Right, from 18 years ago. So
Jeez.
it's the internet. Things don't disappear.
Yes. They're there forever.
It's there. And somehow people find them.
Well, if it's out there, it can be discovered, right?
That can be discovered. Everybody have a great weekend.
Yeah. And we'll see you. We'll be back again Wednesday, I think.
Wednesday. We got to be off on Monday. Medical appointments and
Yep.
such. But
Taking care of business.
we'll be back.
Yeah.
See you then. Bye bye, folks.